When my boyfriend tells me that I can order anything, so I order him an Uber home. When I think I get a message and I think it's my boyfriend cheating on me, but it's actually my nail technician canceling on me. Listen, I went on a thread. I was really into looking at the I hate my boyfriend trend going on now on every social media, Instagram and TikTok, whatever. And yeah, I guess I could say that shit was pretty funny until I opened the comments and I saw girls genuinely not liking their boyfriend. Some people were like, yeah, you guys think it's so funny, but this is actually how I feel. This is actually my life. I hate my boyfriend. Girls, why are we with people who we don't like? This is like the whole point of a relationship. You're supposed to be with someone who you love or at least like, and then maybe it can develop into love. But why are we staying with someone who we don't even like? And the thing that gets me is that a lot of those girls are saying that, yeah, it's female and male fields. This is what feminism is like. Why, first of all, why are we putting even ourselves in this kind of position? If this is what men have been doing and is the behavior that we don't like, then why are we also putting ourselves in the same box? And listen, I hate men the same as the next guy, but this is kind of insane if it comes to a relationship because what happened to, you know, real genuine love? And don't say that, oh, love doesn't isn't real. Love actually always ends. Sure, everything always ends. But if we don't start enjoying actually each other's company, what even is the point at this point? And I feel like every human needs like a partner or another human by their side. Even like, they say they don't want to love or a partner, they're gonna like try filling out this gap in some other way. It can be like love from like other people, like they want fame and then they don't really want a partner. But still, like that's not really like this is some kind of love. I think everybody needs that love in some way. And by like those relationships, like I don't really understand why do we keep being with people who we don't even like. I don't think love can develop this way. I don't think you can just keep dating someone and think that, oh, maybe I'm gonna gain that love towards them later on. That doesn't really work like that. Same with, I don't really think we can like fall out of love. I think if you fall out of love with someone, there is like some kind of catalyst that makes you like fall out of love. And it's also been like a trend for a couple of years maybe or months that women online have been telling that we should never like settle for men with no money or men with like men who just like don't have millions in their bank account. We should go for people who are only like buying us all the things and providing for us and like spoiling us. And in some degree I agree that it's you need to like have a partner who will be able to like support you or like I don't really like the word provide, but like like he's gonna like fulfill your basic needs. Like for example, I know that in my partner, like he needs to like be able to buy me dinner, and this is something that's like very important for me because I don't want to like feel like I'm going to a restaurant with someone and I have to fight to get a like a piece of meat. So this is like what my priorities are. I just want like some kind of like agreement that okay, I need to get this from a relationship, but that's like mostly what I want to do get. That's materialistic, I guess. I'm not like expecting a $20,000 bag. It would be nice, but like I'll survive. And for so many girls that I know, they are like in need of that. They're like, if they're not gonna get more like materialistic things, they're not gonna get into a relationship with that person, even though there might be some attraction or there might be chemistry or they're like really like each other. And I was on that side for a long time. Believe me, I was watching The Notebook and I was convinced this is a propaganda for poor men, that women should choose to be with poor men instead with men with no money instead of men who have money. And now I see how that's wrong, and how by by actually listen like doing that, you are missing out on so much. You're missing out on love. And I don't want to sound extremely cheesy right now, but yeah, guys, love is kind of worth it. The heartbreak, I know that so many people are scared of heartbreaks, but why are you scared of heartbreaks? Is it because you're worried that that person will eventually abandon you? Well, do you love your parents? Because they're gonna leave you too. You know that, right? So, but you still love them. So the whole thing that you're scared of abandonment doesn't really make sense. You cannot really predict when a person is going to be gone. That's why if you are feeling this incredible feeling of love, you should just go with it and continue being with the person that you really love. I was for some time with someone who was pretty rich, and he was spoiling me financially. It was, a mistake. After it was before I even like found the real love. After realizing and experiencing what real love is, I can truly say that it's so meaningless. If the world would end tomorrow, I would be so sad to end my life with someone who's just obsessed with money. And this is also something unique that you're gonna hear because I'm a Slavic woman, and Slavic girls usually are have the stereotype that they're only going for men with so much money. But yeah, here I am telling you that I don't think you should do that. But going back to my original thought, why do we keep being with guys we don't even like? Some people say that it is a natural process of being with someone, that at some point you're gonna just stop feeling the same emotions you felt at the beginning. And yeah, that's definitely, true in some way, but I don't think it should be that extreme that you're going online and just posting how much you hate your boyfriend. Breakups are tough, but sometimes they can be very beneficial. But to play the devil's advocate here, I read a quote somewhere that love is women's biggest challenge of achieving success or something like that. You can correct me if you know the quote. But I thought about it, and it's in some way like I see it, because when women they fall in love, they usually want to proceed with their love of their life and create a family with them, settle down, and they stop chasing their dreams. I think it's very important to find a partner who keeps pushing you and making you, do something and pursue something that you wanted to do from the very beginning. And it's so difficult to find someone like that. I feel like men usually they have this um they have this point of view that even like subconsciously they just want to find a woman who's gonna make be the mother and create a family for them. Men have it so much easy. They are just dads. They don't need to like create the baby in their belly and then push it out. I wish I could be a dad. I truly wish that I could just be a father, because it's so much more complicated and so risky for a woman to carry a child. With that said, nowadays it's getting more and more difficult to actually find a good partner. And I know plenty of people who actually found their significant other on a dating app, which is props to them. I never really met anyone good on a dating app, but I also find it so difficult to actually like, go on the street and meet someone. And from friend of a friend, it's like almost impossible. I don't know, people don't really mix groups anymore. I feel like if you go out, if you were like going to a birthday party, people are like people start making birthday parties to separate their groups, so they have like two parties with different friend groups. It's also insane. I feel like we're going backwards with that mindset. It's actually really annoying now that I think about it. So you're missing out on meeting so many people, but they are like, oh, it's just gonna be really awkward, they're not gonna talk, they're not gonna What is your issue? I really wish everyone here to find their true love. With that said, that trend is still pretty fucking funny.